Ciao. Welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, or welcome if you are new to my channel. I'm Zoe. This is Divinity Within Thee, where we connect to the divine that is within each of us in order to um, just have better guidance, clarity about what's going on. Um, So if you are a subscriber to my channel and you are new here, what I do is after I give the moon and astrology update, I offer live. I'll pull a couple cards if you guys have a question. So if you have any questions that you're thinking of or that you want to ask, yeah, today is the time where you get a quick little free reading from me. So drop your questions in the comments so I can see that when I'm done. So, what are we talking about today? Today, or last night rather, was the full supermoon, also known as the Sturgeon Moon, and it is occurred in the sign of Aquarius. So, as always, let's talk about exactly what a full moon is, right? A full moon is a culmination point. So it's a point of where we're reaching a completion, a culmination, the ending of a phase, and really beginning to, prepare and start for the new phase, finishing up. Or projects, things that we have been getting done, and kind of moving on to what comes next. So, with this full moon in Aquarius, let's talk about what that means, right? So, Aquarius is an air sign. Aquarius is the water bearer. So, even though the sign is of air, it's the only human sign and it is bearing water, it is pouring water out. So, what does that mean for us? How can that help us? How can that help us navigate or give us some guidance? And the answer is with the Aquarius being the water bearer, we're basically allowing, right, for one foot to be grounded and one foot to be in the water. So able to go with the flow in the understanding that change is the only constant, right? And just like water, be like water, formless, shapeless, kind of move with it, right? It's like I related a lot to, when I was captain, when I was sailing, it's like the wind as the wind picks up. The wind is what allows the vessel to move across the water, right? It's like what's pulling and moving and changing the currents, the tides, the waves, everything like that, as well as the moon. So getting in touch with that is how can we figure out what is our flow, right? So let's get a little bit deeper about what Aquarius is, because when the moon hits in a specific sign, that the aspects of that particular sign are what have more influence on us. So if we understand what those are, it can help us better like navigate the waters of our lives, of our existence, of this plane. So this is they're the last sign in the zodiac, on the zodiac wheel. So it means that they've come to this point of really the capacity of, I'm sorry, they're the second to last sign. They've come to the capacity of being able to be more connected to spirit world, less connected to physicality, right? And with the Aquarius, it's like they have the ability to really kind of be disconnected in general, especially from emotions. Now, water is representing emotion, right? So how can we take this information and use it to assist us? Well, what it's asking us is with this full moon in Aquarius, it's to be less connected to our physical emotions, right? Like if somebody is making us angry, if something is not, like less connected to that, less connected to the 3D or physical form, and more connected to our intuition, right? Our intuition is always going to tell us, like our emotional state is our quick response, our fight or flight, our reaction to things. So it's asking us to not react. It's asking us to disconnect from the normal, like reaction or things like this that we would have to things, and instead respond to really how is it making us feel, right? Like what is not my emotion, but my inner feeling. And when we can connect to our intuitive space, to our inner feeling, instead of our exterior emotions, then we're going to get a lot farther, right? We're really going to excel and get much farther with where we need to go. So let's talk a little bit about what else is going on planetarily wise, right? Because right now, since I think like the beginning of the month, we had a really big conjunction, right? We had Uranus and Mars and the North Node. So aside from the North Node being our true purpose, right? It's actually our collective divine purpose, right? Like what we're here to collectively be being together, working on together. So how does this affect us? This affects us on a collective level, on a globally collective level. And what's gonna kind of be laid out is basically like, okay, so Uranus is really about like this quick transformation, right? And this conjunction hasn't happened in like 2000 something years. So this is really potent, really, really powerful, right? Uranus is all about this transformation, right? So it's like we are transforming and it's like quick, like unannounced, right? Uranus is like, boom, like kind of out of pocket or like side swiping energy. So it's this really quick, unannounced, like it's happening energy. And so this is what's happening because the North Node is the purpose, our collective purpose, our personal purpose, depending on where the North Node is in your chart. But collectively, this is where the North Node is sitting at this moment. So, and then Mars is basically like our attitude, like our life force, our ambition. So it's like, what is driving us collectively? Like, are we feeding in to the collective propaganda? Are we feeding in when people want to bicker with us? Or are we actually like moving forward from this? Now, I talk a lot about this in the last meditation and sound healing that I did for Lion's Gate. I talk all about this energy and a little bit about this conjunction. So why is this so important? Well, because it's all happening in the sign, in this full moon, in the sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is about our community, our friends, the people that we hold close, right? It's about things like maybe physical things, like clothing, vehicles, whatever. Like I have this, I'm blah, blah, blah. Maybe these things falling to the side. And what's becoming more important is our community, our friends, like the people that we're holding on to. Like, is it an emotional hold? Like, oh, I've known this person for so long. Or are we actually gravitating to people that are more on the same vibrational frequency as us because we're calling in our soul community, our soul family? And this is really what it's about, is collective gathering to create this change. The new earth is already in motion. It's already changing. So before everything is all falling apart, before the old structures are completely collapsing, we're building these new structures, these new communities. We're building these new things. And with the North Node and all of this conjuncting and being in the sign of Taurus, this is an earth sign. So Aquarius is a fixed sign. Taurus is also a fixed sign. So any signs, if you have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, you're really going to feel a lot of this energy right now. Also check out where Taurus and Aquarius are in your chart, and it will kind of give you a more clarity of how this will actually mostly affect you personally, because to each their own, individually affects differently. So Taurus is about this earthly grounding. So what is this? What does this mean with all of these energies? Basically, what it means is there's certain things like supplies, food sources, right? Because things that are coming from the earth that are going to start to, or continue rather, to make a big impact. It's going to come in and like kind of sideswipe us like, whoa, 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 whoa. Is there shortages? Like, where's the supply? Like, what's going on? So that's why, yes, the full moon is important, but what's really important is also this conjunction that's happening, okay? And how we understand what's going on, how we can navigate. Like you've probably seen, I think it's like Iceland or something. There's like this lava erupting, all of the stuff that's happening, right? This is all part of the transit energy that's going on with the planets right now. So, and the supermoon makes it even more intense because it's when the full moon is the closest to the Earth's point. So, so it's really important that we are using these energies like to assist us to better navigate collectively through this. So with this being said, the Aquarius at 12:12, the Aquarius supermoon is really highlighting basically anything that is not of true equal frequency, or that is not real love, like it's not out of real love, is falling away. Okay. And this comes down to maybe where like, oh, I really love this thing, or people, a lot of relationships are collapsing. A lot of new relationships are also starting right now. So anything that's not out of the sincerity of our inner being, of our inner love, is going to fall away, or has been falling away. And you're going to continue to notice that accelerating. Probably it's like this crescendo through the end of the year, right? But we will start to notice a lot more of this energy come October. It will become very powerful. And, we'll start to see some of the stuff like the intentions that we put in play for the Lionsgate, or for this new moon, last new moon, this full moon, things that we're putting out there into the collective, like things that are happening, we will notice them picking up faster and faster and faster. So this is, as I spoke of in the meditation, this is actually like the highest point collectively that we are reaching this engaged level of collected consciousness where we can actually shift. We're having quantum jumps right now. So what are we putting into the field? Who are the people that, and the things, what are we doing? Who are the people we're calling in as community? Also, like, if you're removing yourself or certain people, certain things from you, what are you doing for the collective? What are you doing to give back, to support the earth, the new earth, in order for it to be more sustainable? And I don't just mean like in a physical level, like I work with sustainable materials, and a lot of people that I know do the same things. Not just this, but we are building these structures that will be the new earth. how are we contributing to the sustainability, the things that are going to continue to last and outlast these old systems, these old things, right? And that is where we're at. That is what all of this energy is about right now. So keep that in mind with everything that's going on. And yeah, use that to better navigate through this energy and really be like, you know what? Yeah, like, what am I doing? Like, am I calling in to work with people, to collaborate, to co create? What am I doing that is not for self, that is not a selfish, but a selfless? And are the people or the things that I'm doing, the people that I'm with, are they on the same note? What are their intentions? What are their goals or their outcomes? Because this is going to bring a lot of clarity with, who and what we are actually bringing in together, right? So yeah, you guys, amazing. So what I'm going to do now, before I go to answering any questions, I see I got a lot of comments over here, but first I'm going to pull the collective cards and see what we have before I go to answering your questions. Okay. You are speaking a lot about Christ and Jesus. Now, if you watch my last video, you will understand that a lot of this miscommunication in organized religion is actually that they mistakenly think that Christ or the second coming is actually a physical man. Now, this is where organized religion failed, because actually it's about the Christ consciousness. The second coming is actually what just happened, the Lion's Gate, which is when Sirius, what is considered our sun, our actual central sun, or also known as our second sun, is making its second coming. And it's when the energy, which is still right now, when the energy is the most potent of this Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Buddha consciousness. It's not about one religion. That's a very small-minded way of thinking. But it's when this is all coming into play, and when it has the ability to basically become embodied in man, not in a man, in mankind. So it's about this Krishna or this Christ Buddha consciousness coming into man. But respectfully, yeah, whatever your belief systems are, more power to you, because there's not only one way, spirituality is really about our ability to connect to source, to the oneness. And like, it goes back to the collective consciousness. So how we can all connect. And mostly this comes through meditation, not through worship or religion. So check out the last video that I posted, the meditation and sound healing, where we align the frequencies and get in alignment. Yes. Okay, guys. So as I was shuffling the cards before I started this, I always am starting at 11:11 in Bali time. These three cards came out and they were really speaking. So I want to share them. So the first card is faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So if we choose to focus on that which is the light and not it just being one thing, faith is about really this blindly trusting or believing in something. And again, this is where organized religion has failed, because Faith is not about doing what you're told. It's about blind. It's about knowing something so deep within your being, within your soul, that you can trust and surrender to it. That when you're like, I do believe there's going to be good in the world. I do believe the world will heal. I do believe in my own personal divinity, that we are not made in man's image, but we are the image of the universe. We are divinity in form. There is not one higher. We are all part of the one. The second card that came out, Kali Ma, facing our fears. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is our chance to soar. So this is what is happening collectively and what's going on for the collective consciousness, which is super beautiful. Holy Amethyst, divine alchemy. Move beyond the current challenges and only focus on what you desire. Okay, so this is really about what's happening right now and how we can tap into this. And these are super beautiful cards. I'm so grateful for them. I'm going to move on to these. It says to take the first one, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, there is a huge shift. There is a huge tip in fate. And if you'll notice in this beautiful Wheel of Fortune card, you will see the 4 fixed signs. On the top, you will see Leo, which is what we're under. You'll see Aquarius on the top here, which is where the moon is at. Taurus, which is where all the conjunction is happening, and Scorpio. So beautiful. This Wheel of Fate is really tipping in our fortune. If we are actually, if we're actually trusting and believing in it. Hey, whoever you are, divination is sorcery, then sign the fuck off of my channel, okay? You don't need to be here. If you don't agree on what I say, this isn't fucking Facebook, okay? This is my personal channel. You want something to say, get your own fucking YouTube and say whatever you want to say. And whoever wants to listen to it can listen to it, okay? Yeah. Don't come into my fucking place of work and take a shit on my table, all right? I'm open to whoever believes whatever, but, fuck off. Yeah? Judgment is not divinity. That's definitely not Christ consciousness, and that's definitely not Christ-like. Just so you know. Messages for the collective for this full moon in Aquarius. The 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is basically all about the abundance that we're calling in, but also the work that we have to put in, the work that we are putting in collectively for this. What is the work? Messages for the collective. We have a jumper here. The 7 of Cups. Yes, we have the ability to make the right choice, right? We have all these options in front of us. What do we choose? What do we choose? Do we choose to do what's right? Do we choose to put in the work? Do we choose to move forward? Do we choose to take the things that are in front of us? Yes. Or we can choose to judge other people, and that's a low frequency. The Lovers. I want to just talk about this for a moment. Low frequencies you will find popping up all over the place. People that want to argue, people that want to bicker, people that want to say their point is bigger or better than your point. That is so low vibrational, okay? Judgment, pointing fingers, so low vibrational. Figure out who you vibrate with and move towards that. Who you are in alignment with, what you are in alignment with will show up, okay? Just don't it just takes away, like, what space do you want to be in? What frequency do you want to be on? And just keep that in mind, because I have noticed a lot of people, they want to do this, they want to do that. And I will just happily block people, remove people, stop talking to people, if they take things out of context, or they want to make it a one-way conversation, or attack people, or whatever, I it's not worth my time or energy. My time goes out to healing the collective as well as yours. So, what are we putting into the collective consciousness together? Please. The lovers, this connectedness, what is all going back to love? And whenever you get to this space, again, it goes back to breathing. It goes back to this breathing techniques and meditation. Breathe, sit, close your eyes, take deep breaths, breathe from your heart space, breathe out of love, and you will find that it changes everything for you. The lovers. So we have a lot of choices right now on who and how we choose to love, right? And this is a big theme that has been going on for a lot of the collective right now. So you guys will notice some people, like, just because you love people doesn't mean you have to be attached to the emotion that is connected. Like, oh, well, I love this person, oh, I'm this person for so long. Don't have to stay connected to that, right? Do not. And this is so amazing. Okay, the Eight of Swords. This is about mental binding, right? This is about self-inflicted mental binding. Like, are you suffering? Are you making the choice to not experience this love because you're keeping yourself in this mental space, in this mental prison, instead of having your emotions under control? The King of Cups. The King of Cups is someone that has so much love to offer, but doesn't get too emotional, right? It's all love, but maybe doesn't also know how to fully express that love. And that's okay. Figuring out collectively how to do it. Whoa. I got a bunch of jumpers. Okay. There is a message. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so all these jumped out. I'm just going to take them because my guys are telling me to take them. Sorry. People really trying to interrupt the frequency. Okay, so the Page of Swords. Swords are all about these words and this action, right, that we're taking. So pages are about generally, like, somebody's watching, right? People are watching, people are seeing what's going on. They're figuring out how to kind of like move through, like, get a feel for what's going on. And now this can be both ways. Take it as it resonates. So this could be you guys watching, like, how everything's going around you. This could also be people watching you changing, your glow up, your actions. And figuring it out. My bad. Let me turn this off. There's always one. I'm going to put on music, you guys. Just like chill. Everybody's been trying to be. Thank you. Thank you, SoundCloud. The King of Pentacles. This is about steady, maybe somebody offering something. Maybe somebody has something to offer. Maybe somebody's been watching. Maybe you've been watching. Maybe you've been calling in, watching yourself, watching what you're doing, and now calling in this offer, this stability, right? This could also be, I also sense a lot of people may be shifting from one relationship into another relationship. And that doesn't necessarily mean with one person to another person. It can be from having a relationship with somebody else to now having a better relationship with self in order to call in the next relationship, right? Four of Cups. Yeah, it's about really, are we aware, right? Are we aware of the opportunities? See this cup? Are we aware of the opportunities that are being offered from the universe, from the divine? Or are we sitting here ignoring it? Or are we actually, I love these cards, because here it seems not like he's ignoring it, but like he's sitting here meditating, calling it in. And now this fourth cup is being delivered, right? So what's being delivered, you guys? A message. Messages are coming in quickly. Are you paying attention to the signs, to the signals? This could also mean there could be, for some of you, there could be apologies from people. There could be some expression of somebody that wants to express their love that we had never actually expressed their love before because they felt mentally bound to do it. Not for everybody, but I'm just sharing what's coming through. So yeah, messages are coming through quickly. They could be coming through from the universe. It could actually be physical. You guys could be receiving emails, text messages, something like that from people and really like figuring out what's going on. The Six of Swords. So it's really about moving forward, moving on from one shore to the next, right? It's about hopping in the boat with the ferryman, setting down all of these past words, all of these actions, and moving on to like something that is coming, moving more forward, moving to safe shores, right? Where are we moving, right? This could actually mean some of you are physically moving. You could be moving. I think a lot of it is moving out of energy. For some of you, this could mean somebody could be wanting to come towards you, to come to see you, visit you, or also they could want you to come and visit them. You could be receiving a message asking this. Okay. So let's see. Interesting signals today, you guys. Thanks for bearing with me. And sorry, not sorry. I don't say I'm sorry, but yeah, I apologize. I don't know if you guys aren't logged in. It's just like whoever was here has about 50 comments giving me lectures on Jesus and Christ, and I'm a sorcerer and all of this stuff. So I just at some point I had to tell them to fuck off, and it looks like they actually did go away. So, any more messages for the collective? Okay, not from this deck. He wants me to bring this deck out. Messages for the collective. Time is meow, TikTok. The time is meow. What is the time? This means the time is of the essence. And this is important, yeah, because this is the strongest time, this energy where we can actually be making these quantum shifts on a collective level. Truth be told, whoa. Truth be told, okay, the only way for you to be lucky to receive your good fortune, which was this, see the fortune cookie in the center, and see what it says? Not for you. Inside the fortune cookie, I don't know if you can see that close. Nope. To play this game, to bicker back and forth, to do war, to do this chess, to do this battle is nope. Nope. We battle only by being of love, being of light. So anybody that wants to fight, that wants to be like this, don't engage, okay? Engage enough to tell them that you're not going to engage, to move on, engage somewhere else, call or command it out, right? As soon as I did this, this went away. Remain poised. Keep your composure. One more. Be here and now. We are the change. Look at that, the energy of 5. Beautiful. Absolutely. Be present. In order to be present, we can't be hyper-focused on things that have happened in the past. We can't be hyper-focused on everything that's happening in the future. What are you giving your time and energy to? And I hope it's not too much politics, news, all of this stuff, because this is so low frequency, you guys. Really figure out like who your community is, who you want to co-create, and how you can create sustainability through that. How we can all come together and kind of rise up and raise the collective consciousness, and just move, move through this and really like harness this energy to navigate the best we possibly can through all of this. All right, you guys. I don't see any actual questions here. I just see a bunch of Bible quotes. Jesus, 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 repent. Everybody, whatever your beliefs are, I support those. I love you. I don't judge. Even the Buddha said that all the different religions were necessary because everybody has to learn or come to their own connected understanding on their own. And we're all different. So we can't have only one way, only one right way of understanding. If that is your way, if you find that, great. But I just want to finish with the Christ consciousness is the same as the Buddha consciousness is the same as the Krishna consciousness. It's not about one religion. It's about a collected consciousness. It's about not judging. It's about coming together, sharing our resources, loving our neighbors, and really feeling like, what would we do if we were divine? Because we are. So what are you doing? What are you giving? And what are your efforts for a continuous, sustained community, collective? Share in the comments below. I would love to hear what ideas you guys have to bring together community, and share. Maybe we can connect community at different points. I know people from all around the world and would love to just more broaden and connect as many people as possible, because this is part of my mission and being here. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for being here. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. All of the information on how to contact me, how to schedule personal private readings or sessions is all in the information box below, as well as, I think, a full moon meditation. Ciao for now. Love you guys.